Okay, so we are back. It is Sunday, so I picked these up on Friday. Went up to my buddy's junkyard, which you've probably already seen the video if you've been watching. Went to my buddy's junkyard. He had pulled two Ford Explorer differentials out for me. Now, we're going to be shortening ours. I'm going to show you. This is the why you using a Ford Explorer differential for when you're doing your hot rod of any sort project. You could use it as a leaf spring, and they sell four-link, triangulated four-link bars. So if you put them in a Chevelle, it's a type of deal bracket that bolts to the back and gives you two upper bushings. And then you weld your brackets over here. Now, what's really cool about this rear end is if you're going to use it in a Chevelle or a G-body, A-body, G-body, it's not wide enough, but it's too wide for my project. So going with the Ford Explorer rear, when Ford designed this rear end, the right side axle tube is shorter than the left. Okay, so I don't know why they did that, but they off-centered the center section here. It's off-center. This side is roughly 3 inches longer. So if you were to do one of these rears for an A-body or a Chevelle or something of that nature where it's a little wider of a vehicle, what you would do is you would cut this axle. You first have to strip all this stuff off, which I'm gonna do today. I may record it and time lapse it. I'm not sure. That's kind of boring stuff. You guys don't want to see that. You want to see the get into the nitty gritty. But maybe I'm gonna record it anyway, and if I time lapse it, I'll just get rid of it. But anyway, so what you would do is you would cut this axle. You'd have to go to a junkyard. The reason being, it's a budget rear end. You get them cheap. You get them cheap everywhere. I called around before my buddy hooked me up with these. They were 50 to 150 was the most I found for one of these, 150 bucks. And that was at a recycler that's known to charge way more for his parts than everybody else. So say you want to put a posi rear in your car, in your build. You price out a 12 bolt, which is as strong, the stronger as strong. 12 bolt to fit your car. You're spending a minimum 800 bucks. Minimum 800 bucks for one that that might not even fit. You might have to modify anyway. And finding a 12 bolt is really difficult. Now, back in the 80s, it wasn't hard to find them. You go to junkyard and you could find them. Now, not so much. They're scarce. You can't find them. Thank you, Obama, for ruining all that, all that for us. Thank you. Cash for clunkers. Yeah, all the good cars gone. Anyway, enough of that. So what you would do is you would get one of these rear ends. You actually get two. You go out and say if we'll go in the middle, 100 bucks a piece. So you spent 200 bucks on two of these rear ends. You would cut this axle, square cut, get it square, nice and even, square cut. You would measure from here to the outside flange. Then you go to your second rear and you would cut one of those tubes off. Understand? To make it, you'd have to do the math to make it even. So in other words, you measure from here to here and say it's 20 inches. You know this is going to be 17 inches. So you cut this one, go to your other one, find out what the math would be from here to here to make it 20 inches. Chamfer both your edges, straight cut, boom, tack it. Measure again all 4 quadrants. You know, you have to clamp it, or you can go the other way with a fixture. A lot of guys do that. Most of the guys do that. They put a fixture through it, or they square clamp it like I'm gonna do. You weld it. You get 2 left side. You go take the left side axle out of the spare rear, slide it in the right side here. Boom. There you go. You got a wide enough rear to go into your project. Now you're probably gonna have to buy the 4-link brackets, which go here, here, and they sell a plate that goes on the back here. Basically what you do is you take your gasket, because this is just, there is no gasket under this cover, it's gasket making material. You put the gasket making material on there, you put your bracket with your 2 upper bushings, then you put your gasket material and you put your rear cover on, you torque it to spec, and you're good. Because believe it or not, these bolts are really strong. Believe it or not, when you put 10 of them together, 10 or 12 of them together against the surface, it's very hard to break. And the bracket, they supply you with the bolts with that bracket assembly, but the bracket's like 3/4 of an inch thick, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch thick. That's what you do if you were going to widen the rear. See, now I am not going to do that. My project, the lSx Canyon, this is too wide. We are going to be shortening it. So we are going to take roughly 3 inches out of this side, chamfer the ends, push it together, square it, weld it in quads. So in other words, weld here, weld here, weld here, weld here. Measure it again, always measure, make sure you're square, even down to your last weld. You're gonna go against this surface here, which is a machined surface, and this surface here, which is a machined surface. We're gonna shorten it 3 inches, and we're gonna take another right side axle out of that rear, put it in here, which in turn will put that like right here. It'll center the differential, the carrier section, it'll center it, and it'll bolt directly into my Canyon. So, that being said, I'm going to clean all of these brackets and spring perch mounts, sway bar mounts. I'm going to take all these off. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. Like I said, I'm going to record it, but I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. Is what you would do is you take your cutoff wheel, 4-inch cutoff wheel, and you're basically going to take it and go like this on the side of the weld. So you're going to go like this, and you're going to cut close to this edge here, but flat like this, until you get down to right around where the tube is. It's okay if you nick the tube, but you know, you're going to have to weld it up because you don't want to nick in it. So we do both sides, and then we're going to knock these brackets right off of here. We're going to grind these all up nice, grind this axle tube all up nice, because it doesn't really have to, but we're gonna. You don't really have to cut these off either, but I'm gonna. And then I'm going to, believe it or not, I'm going to weld these sway bar mounts back on the rear end, because I want to, I'm going to put weld D-rings on here, so we can hook it to the dyno, hook it to a trailer, flatbed, whatever. I don't want guys, you know, slinging chains and shit over my frame and all that. So they could just have 2 hook spots here, they go boom, boom, and we're towing. So, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pause you guys, get set up with all my stuff. Get my gear on, safety gear, and we're gonna start cutting, and grinding, and measuring, and all that. All right. Put on my safety gear, and let's start cutting. We're through. Almost. There we go. There's one. Not too bad. We clean that up. Fillet weld it. There's one. I'm trying to save those, you know. I guess I don't really have to, but you know. Okay, there's one. And then after we're done with that, if we get all these cut off, I'm gonna grind the tubes up so they'll be all clean, you know. Go. Attaboy. That's the way it's supposed to happen. Okay. 4 more. Okay. We're going through these spring purchases. I want to show you guys why that's hot. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. Because this spring perch, see, I cut it on the side right here. Just make sure you're in the shot. I cut it on the side here, the weld, all the way down to the tube. And it had some penetration into the underneath it, you know what I mean? Like as it should. The reason why I'm doing this is because you can cut them off straight across like this and then angle cut, angle cut, angle cut, angle cut, and it to the side of it like this. But then they're junk. Now, I can grind this up and it's the right diameter for the axle tube, and I could reuse these on the build. I don't have to go out and spend $40, $50, $60, $80, $100 for replacements. I got them. I don't need to. I could just relocate them where I need to get my pinion angle and weld them. And we're done. I don't need to buy them. That's the point. Trying to repurpose everything you can to make your build go at a low budget. This is the whole point of this whole thing. So, anyway. That's the point. Alright, so we got perch here, and we got some Calitrax bars or whatever. We got one more perch, then we can start grinding up the rear. I do have a couple spots I need to clean up, but and then we can get to measuring and all that fun. Sound good? I think I have an air grinder, a big air grinder that will accept this wheel. It might make time go pretty quick. I'm going to take a break for 5 minutes because my head is going crazy. So, you guys get it. Okay, we're back. She's warm. She's warm, boys. Ollie don't fuck around. Ollie don't fuck around. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna, that's pretty smooth. We're gonna rotate it down. We're really concentrating more on this side, cleaning it up, because I'm doing all the welding here. I'm just measuring over here. I'm gonna concentrate on the outer section here. Not really too much on the middle, but all of our fabricating is going over here. Just got a weld of spring perch and a sway bark mount on the other side, so drop it like that. Tape this like this. Huh. There we go. Around in here. Yeah, so we should be pretty good. We should be pretty damn good, man. Go on over here.
We're kind of saying I'm cutting this section out here.
Okay. Yeah, we still need to grind a lot. It's got to come off because we're going to be clamping. Good there, but this has got to come off. Yes, I am a Milwaukee snob. Yeah, the best way is going to be is this way. Push up against. That's 20 1/4. From here to here is 20 1/4 to this outside edge. I'm going to measure from this here, because it's a machined surface, to the outside flange, because this is a machined surface. Okay? I'm going to go all 4 quadrants, so to make sure it's square, you know? So we can measure here to here. It's 20 1/4. From here to here, 20 1/4. From here to here, 20 1/4. Odds will say at the bottom is the 20 1/4. Okay. Now here, 17 5/16. 17 5/16. Seventeen and 5/16. But before we do that, I have to make sure that I get all these, at least these welds, ground down, because you can't have a bumpy surface when you're trying to clamp square it, you know. So there's a little bit more grinding to go, boys. I actually got to clean these up too, because that space here, 2 15/16. Well, 2 15/16 brings us right on those welds. We still should clean them. So, okay. I am going to resume grinding. Ask. God, I hate grinding. is brutal. I'm cutting this section out, so I don't really care about that. Jesus, this is brutal. Okay, as you see, I ground all the welds down, so now we're all smooth. I didn't do anything on that side because we're not cutting anything over there. We're leaving that the way it is. I'll grind where I need to weld the purchase. I will grind these smooth, but not for this part of it. You guys don't really care about that part of it. So, tape measure. Where'd I put it? Oh boy. Right. Okay. So, what we got here, a measurement from here to here, 17 and 5/16. And I've already measured this rear already. I've already measured this all the way around, and it is square. So the tubes aren't bent in any way, shape, or form. So we want to make this one 17 and 5/16. So this one right now is 20 and a quarter. 20 and a quarter. 20 and a quarter. So gives us reason that this is going to be 20 and a quarter. Okay, so now 20 and a quarter and 17 5/16 means that this one is 2 and 15/16 longer. So we're going to take out 2 and 15/16 out of here. So I am going to concentrate my cut in this area where the old spring perch was. That way I don't have to do any fillet welding or anything. You know, I'll just cut that piece out. So let's do our first cut. We're going to cut, obviously, we're going to measure from here out. Cut it square. Cut it square, that's key. And then we're going to measure over here, from here to here, or actually from here back, 2 and 5/16, and then we'll go all the way, we're going to measurement, and we'll go all the way around, concave it, put it together, clamp it. I might even take the axle, short axle, and slide it in just as a centering thing, and then we're going to tack it, move our squares, tack it. Okay? So, let me get my other camera set up and get my, I'm going to teach you a trick on how to get to be square when you cut, because you're going to be using one of the death wheel, so, well, not this one, but this one, we're going to cut with that. I'm going to teach you a trick to get it even. Okay, so let me pause you for a minute.